to check in with Amanda about that. If she's telling people I've dismissed it. But if they have something pending, they shouldn't really, I should get that information. Only because.
Tony Escasa looks like he was the attorney on the other cases for all of it, but not this one. So, because he never did a lot of them. So that's why Antonio Escasa is here. He just hit me now.
Well, he doesn't represent them.
I know. But now thinking about his other cases. Or is that the or is that this?
I think that's that guy that owns all the property. We're live now. Let me go ahead and get started. I'll ask him. Good morning, folks. If you could stay muted, that will be helpful because too many voices just cancel out. Also, you'll be given an opportunity to speak, but as the judge of the court, I will direct that just a bit. So I do want to give information, but I'm watching as people's audio connects. And so I'm wanting to make sure that when their audio is connecting, everybody's hearing me. Some folks, the system just is not going to support all the audio. So anyway, I'm just that's why I'm sounding redundant right now. I'm sort of watching most people. Oh, we've got a few more people. So just a real quick review. I'm going to give some basic information when we get started. I'm also trying to make sure I know who's here and that I have the right files pulled. And then there were a few cases dismissed this morning. Mr. Nigliazzo, could you unmute for a moment?
Yes, I'm on.
Yes, good morning. The state has dismissed the charge against you. We're going to email that to you. I don't think you have anything else pending, so I think you're good to go.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Can we use the email that we set up the meeting with?
Yes, you may.
Okay, we'll send that to you here later this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then I also have, let's see. There are people I couldn't identify, gentlemen with glasses on, and you're labeled Galaxy A3 5G. And I've just sent you an ask to unmute. Could you give me your name, please? You'll have to unmute. I can't hear you yet, so just unmute.
Okay.
Yes.
Eusebio, I'm sorry, my throat's really bad.
Okay.
Eusebio Antonio Ortega.
Okay, Mr. Ortega, great. I do have your case on the docket today, but I didn't know who you were. Thank you. I'm going to keep you muted until it is your turn.
Okay.
Let's see. And then there was a young lady on the screen. Try to get on screen if you can, please. And it's a young lady with red hair and another person there with red hair. And you're labeled Zoom user. Could you unmute and give me your name, please?
Yahaira Diaz and Ashley Diaz.
Yahaira. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm going to change the name on the screen. And let's see, Laura Kyra Yale, excuse me. You're here for Mr. Lambert.
Yes, Judge.
I'm going to go ahead and get you and Ms. Rice started because y'all done this many times.
Thank you.
And as an attorney, I don't think you need to be told what's available. Let me just.
Thank you, Judge.
Hang on. Ms. Rice, I'm going to send you and Ms. Leal that invitation. Y'all take your time. I have a few things to do. And I'll let y'all get started. And then I have Laura. Okay. I have a couple of folks on the telephone. And if your phone number begins in 512, and possibly ends in 428. Could you unmute and tell me your name? And phone number beginning in 504, ending in 029. Phone callers, can you unmute real quickly and tell me your name?
I'm Shayna Hughes.
Shayna Hughes. Great.
Yes,
I had you earlier on, not on a phone.
On
And I guess-
Zoom. Yes, my connection was it's not connecting now, Judge.
Okay, well, that's fine. The phone is fine. It's a little harder for you, but that's okay. I'll keep you in the meeting on the phone instead, and I'll call your name out here in just a few minutes, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the other phone caller, an Austin area code 512 with maybe the ending numbers or 428. Could you unmute and tell me your name? Okay, well, we're just going to keep moving. Ms. Rice, y'all were on the Lambert case. Where are we heading with this case?
Yes, ma'am. I think we're heading towards a resolution. Ms. Little just received discovery material on Friday as well as an offer. So she needs some time to speak to her client and review that material. But she thinks her final pretrial date, February 9th, will work.
Okay, Ms. Leal, as you probably know, if I have all the paperwork that completely resolves the case, in other words, I'm not figuring out when the client is paying, if that's required, or when a class is due, if that's required, all signatures completed, then you wouldn't need to be in court on that date. But otherwise, we will see you here on that date. We'll see you in the courtroom, okay?
All right, thank you, Judge. May I be
Thank you.
excused?
Of course, thank you. Okay, so we're doing several dockets this morning and just a few kind of an overview. It's very helpful if folks all kind of get on the same page. Oh, Mr. Escasa. Good morning. How are you, sir?
Morning, I'm fine, too. Thank you.
Good. I don't see you on my docket. Let me just double check, okay? It's Escasa. No, he's not. Oh, he's the person, and they're all resolved. Yes, okay. Mr. Escasa, yes, I'm sorry, you were with Allzip. That has been resolved. That case was dismissed earlier today, and we're going to email that dismissal to you, to the email that we have on file. Will that work for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, you're good to go. I'll just go ahead and excuse you from court.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And are there any more that, let's see, let me call names of people that I think are not here. So if I call your name, it means I think you're not here. Raise your hand if you are. Jasmine Locke, raise your hand if you're actually here. And Ashley Diaz, are you here? I think, no, that's you, Yahira Diaz. You're Ashley Diaz? Okay, you've pleaded not guilty and the other person has not pleaded. Okay. All right, I'll work you into that docket. That's coming right up. Let's see, and then I need to see if, no, that should be it. Okay, good deal. So I want to just give some basic information. When you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods under the law for accusing someone. That is what a ticket is. It's an accusation. And a plea is an answer or response to the accusation. There are three options for pleading: guilty, not guilty, no contest. Guilty means I did this. No contest means I'm not contesting it. I'm not admitting it. I'm just allowing the court to find me guilty. Okay. And not guilty means I'm contesting the charge. If you plead not guilty, you have the right to do that, but it takes your case in the direction of trial. So we have a pre-trial Zoom meeting. We have a final in-court meeting where we schedule trial. Okay. It's a multi-step process because It's bringing in a jury in most cases. That's a tax dollar issue. And I'm going to monitor that very carefully, making sure that when we head to trial, where everybody's ready and we're not sending them home at the last minute. So just be aware there's just some steps, okay? And part of those steps too relates to the fact that you have certain constitutional rights, that we're taking those steps carefully and methodically. That's what I'm charged with doing. So you'll need to understand that, okay? Zoom doesn't work for everybody. We also have that final setting for where we just need that face-to-face conversation for people who have contested the charge. Okay, if you plead guilty or no contest, though, I'm going to move right into sentencing. And normally that means paying those fines and costs, having it go on your record. Payment is something that we can work on. There's an automatic possibility of 30 days to pay in most cases. There is an option for payment plan in most cases. Depending on the options that you have, we can work on that. The other thing is that if you are having trouble paying and it's something that puts you into the poverty line, then I can look at other options for payment as well, like community service. So that's just something to be aware of. Another thing that can happen, so the other thing that I want to talk to you about is normally it goes on your record, but there are still 4 ways to gain a dismissal. I'll tell you what they are, and then I'll tell you how they work. They are compliance dismissals, driver safety course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court. Okay. Compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed as defined by law. So the statute has to be specific to that offense, and there are specific things for you to do. If I think you have something like that, and I don't see too many of those on the docket today, but if I see you have something like that, I will let you know and start walking you to the dismissal option of compliance. The second option is for the driving safety course. If you qualify to be in that program, meaning you must be on time, have a Texas driver's license that is not a CDL, and the offense has to be available for the option. Plus, you can have had a ticket dismissed with that option in the previous 12 months dating back from your ticket. Okay. Again, I don't expect everybody to remember all those details. I'll walk you through it if it looks like you could be have it available for you. The third option is called a deferred disposition. On the third option, deferred disposition, that means delay the final making. Okay, deferred, delay, disposition to make final. So I don't finalize your case with a conviction. I put an order in place. That order delays finding you guilty. I put in conditions for you to meet. If you meet the conditions, the case gets dismissed. So it's a way to know that you're going to have a dismissal. You still plead guilty or no contest. But here's the trick. You have to plead. I have to look at sorry, someone handed me a note. I would need to look at your plea, but also you have to make the request at the time that you enter a plea. Excuse me for stumbling on my words. So guilty or no contest, but I'd like a deferred would be the way that you ask for a deferred disposition. Guilty or no contest, I'd like a deferred. It's actually very simple, but people don't know that they can make that request. And I want you to know so that if you don't ask, I know that you didn't want to do that, because technically, if you don't ask, that one I don't walk you through. I assume you don't want it. So guilty or no contest, I'd like it deferred. It's the way that you request a deferred. You can ask Ms. Rice, who is the prosecutor, or you can ask me as the judge. And Ms. Rice, if you would give a wave, she's the city's prosecutor. If you've pleaded not guilty, you'll be meeting with her shortly. The fourth option is if you qualify and you can do a complete teen court, then you can gain a dismissal of the offense. Okay, so that's the 101 there. I was handed a note. Ruben Montalvo, can you unmute for just a moment? Thank you. You're not unmuted yet, but You're close. There you go. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You're the-
I read your guidelines. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Just real
But,
quickly. Wait, just real quickly. Could you let me just real quickly? Amalia Kallenbaugh, is she your
Mother-in-law.
mother-in-law? Okay, that case has been dismissed.
Okay, thank
So
you.
you were actually good. We've been trying to work out why you were here because you had cases a long time ago and they were swiftly dealt with. And we're like, why is he here? Well, somebody finally handed me a note and said, that's who that is. So
I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I read your packet and everything, but I wasn't feeling good. And yesterday I went to go get tested, and I have the papers. I tested positive, and
oh my
my
goodness.
mother-in-law's over 65, so she's in the house, and I'm in the car. I don't live here, but originally I was going to be in there to do this meeting. But I appreciate everything.
You're fine. Don't worry. You're doing just fine. Sounds like you need to go home and rest.
Yes, thank you.
Let her know that case is being dismissed. We're going to email the dismissal to the email that we have on file. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
And that's your email. So could you, I guess we'll mail her. Okay. It's been emailed to your email. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
You're good to go.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's see. There's so many last minute things, which is a good thing. Not a bad thing, but hard to keep track of on the docket here. Okay, very good. Now I can see a little bit more clearly. Okay, so those are the 4 dismissal options. When it's your turn, let me know if you have questions. If you're pleading not guilty, I can't talk about your case, okay, but I can't talk about the facts of your case. We can talk together with Ms. Rice about schedule, okay? But the facts we don't talk about. All right, so until trial, right? Because that's what you're wanting to do. All right, so Ms. Rice, we're gonna move, in order, we have Maria Ortega, then we have Eusebio Ortega, then we have right now Ashley Diaz. So I will start you with Maria Ortega. And Ms. Ortega, you're going to receive a request to join a meeting. Click over to that meeting, but when you're done, click back over to this meeting. Thank you. Let's see, Ashley is trying to get in. Give me just a moment. So Ashley Diaz is now coming in on a different device. No, is no longer doing that. Okay, it gets confusing, folks. Cynthia Cruz, excuse me.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay. Hi, Ms. Cruz. How are you this morning?
I'm good this morning. Thank you.
Good. Just give me a quick moment to look at your information. Are you on a telephone? You're not on a phone. You're not able to do video this morning?
Well, I can see you, but I don't. But then it went to phone, so I don't know.
Well, you never know what's going on with that, but I just sent an ask to start video request, but don't worry if you can't do it. Just give me a quick moment. So, Ms. Diaz, Ms.
Yes, ma'am.
Cruz, I'm sorry, Ms. Diaz. You know, when the names are, they both end in Z and they both have 4 letters, and I just keep looking at you and talking to Ms. Cruz. Ms. Cruz, right now I'm showing that you and Mr. Cruz share the expenses. Is that right? Ms. Cruz? Oh, there you are. So now I can't hear you. I think you'll probably have to go back to regular. I'm going to let you get sorted out with your phone. And I'm just calculating the information that you've provided.
Okay, I'm back now.
Okay, thank you. So I can order community service in your
What?
case. Okay,
How many hours is that going to be?
14 hours due. I'm actually going to give you 60 days.
Okay,
I can give you more time if you wind up not being able to get it done on time, provided that you apply for an extension the day of or before your due date,
okay,
which is going to be March 22nd.
that's when I will start.
No, that's your due date.
Oh, okay, okay,
You can start today, but what I do is give you a packet that describes what you need to do. I'm
okay,
sorry. And yeah, and then I can kind of see, how much you get done.
okay.
Okay, so can you come by the court?
All right, that sounds good.
Can you come by the court to pick up your packet?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, then when should we look for you? This morning?
I can be there this morning. Yes,
Okay, we'll look for you this morning.
within
Just
the hour.
come to the front desk. I do advise masks.
Okay, yes, I always wear one. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you. We'll see you up here, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Mr. Young, let me see both hands in the air. Are you driving a car?
No, I'm at work. I'm just sitting in my car.
Okay, because you keep looking up like a driver does.
Oh, no.
Okay, because I can't let people drive illegally in court.
Oh yeah, no. The car's parked. I'm sitting in my parking lot because my job is real loud.
Gotcha. I appreciate the courtesy of that. Okay, well, we'll be right back with you shortly, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Minerva, sorry, Miss Laura. Minerva Laura. Ms. Laura?
Yes,
Can you unmute? There you are. How are you this morning?
I'm good. And you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. And that's your dad with you?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Let's see. We had extended you to get enrolled, right?
Yes.
And you're a student at Edwards,
Yes, Judge.
and you were going to get signed up to get going on getting your driver's license. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you in that process?
Okay, so I downloaded and paid for the licensing and regulation parent taught driver education program guide. And then this Friday, I'm going to purchase it's a teen driving course for
Okay.
$75. My dad doesn't get paid until Friday, so that's when we're gonna, and then I'll just start my hours to get a permit.
Okay.
And then
that teen driving course, how long is that course going to be?
it said, I have to scroll through this thing. It says that I have to do 6 hours before I can actually get a permit, and then take the exam, receive learner license, and then I have to do 44 hours.
Okay, so I won't have time to do the 44 hours with you, but
Okay.
it sounds like you can do the 6 hours and get your exam done. You haven't signed up to do your exam yet, right?
No.
Okay, so here's what I want to say is I want to go ahead and start teen court, and there's a $20 fee. Can we pay that fee today? It's a cash fee.
We're in Hewitt for the rest of the day. Is there any chance I could come tomorrow?
Can I email you? Can I get your signature on your documents by having you receive an email, print it, sign it, and email it back to us?
Can we print it here?
Print it or just on the phone?
Do I have to print it out or just do it on the email?
You have to print it out unless you have a way to draw your signature. I don't know what technology you have, so I can't answer that question for you. I can't do a made-up signature like you see DocuSign. I can't do that. I can do your legal signature only.
Can you print it here?
I can.
Okay, well then, yeah.
And then you can take it, you can either scan it back to us signed, or you can take a photo and send it to the Court Online Help, which is where we sent the meeting for today. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to sign today. And you're going to pay the cash fee tomorrow, which is the 19th. And then your class is due. I need just a printed out copy or a Xerox, a copy of your class certificate of completion on February 22nd. And then your permit, in order to, you get the permit and then you can do the 40 hours with the parent. The permit is due to us by the 22nd of March.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so we'll email everything to you. We need it by 3 o'clock. And tomorrow you're coming by to do the fee. And
Yes.
And then what I'm needing from you is a copy of your class certificate, and that's in 30 days, and a copy of your permit, that's in 60 days. Okay?
Okay.
If you do all that, I'll dismiss your ticket and you will save $181. Okay. Any questions?
Any questions?
You know what to do?
Yeah. No, ma'am.
Okay, it'll all be in writing on your document that we're emailing to you, okay?
Okay.
It's a 2-page document, and I just need the last page back. And that's where you're gonna sign. You and Dad sign that today.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Again, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm moving forward, and my next person is Sheena Hughes. Ms. Hughes, I know you've been in and out. Are you there? Ms. Hughes, can you hear me? Ms. Hughes, are you there? Okay, there she
Can you
is.
hear me now?
Hi. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
So I can order, you had made a request for $75 a month, and I could do that, but
Judge,
it would,
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I
okay,
can hear you, but you're low.
okay, well, I'm as close as I can get to the microphone, and my microphone is all the way up. Is yours all the
Okay.
way up?
Okay.
Okay, is that better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I received your request for $75 a month payment plan, and I could do that. It seems kind of high. I could lower it to 25, and if you want to pay more, you can. Or I can shift and order community service in this case.
Can I do community service, Judge?
Yes, I think it's appropriate in your case. And it turns into 21 hours.
Okay.
And a conviction does get entered, but then we have right now, I'm just going to start with 60 days to do that. If you need more time, you can ask for more time by coming in or emailing the Court Online Help email and ask for an extension. But if you do that, let me know where you're going to do the hours right at that point, and let me know how many hours you have so that I can better gauge how much more time you might need, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
And all this information will be emailed to me?
Yeah, well, that's my next question. You're in Colleen.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can email it to you, but you're gonna have to print it all out and sign. There's one place that you do need to sign
Yes, ma'am.
and email back to us. Can you do that today?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay.
Also,
I will recall
to
your
get it
warrants
deferred,
today.
can I do the online driving course?
No, you had to be on time to court, and your case went to warrant. It's from October, and you had missed the court date that was on the ticket.
Okay.
And when a case goes to warrant, or even you miss one day, you've missed that option.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna email this all to you and just, I need a signature back, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
And can I return that by the end of business day, or is it a certain time frame?
By 3 o'clock.
3 p.m. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, is that gonna work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Rice, I know you and Miss Ortega were speaking. And are we heading to resolution or are we heading to trial?
I think we've reached a resolution, Your Honor.
Okay,
So the state's requesting to do a deferral. She can't make payment today, but she says she probably can within 30 days. And she said she had a financial affidavit on file. Because this is an insurance ticket, the state's requesting that she have insurance throughout the term of her deferral period, which would be 120 days. She has an insurance card that's on file with the court, but it lists her father as the person, and she's not listed as underneath it as a driver. But she says she has documentation from the insurance company, it's just not on the card, that she can provide the court if that's needed.
how soon are we receiving that from you, Ms. Ortega? Can you unmute?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm able to send it today. So I actually presented that documentation to the clerk when I visited in person. I emailed it to them. And
Yeah,
they
we
said
have that,
would-
but that she just said that, but she said that you weren't listed as a driver and that you had documentation that you are covered by that policy. So I would need that.
Yes, I can send that through.
When, and back to the first question, when can we get that from you?
Oh, I can send that today.
Okay, and it says that you're on the policy?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Okay.
it's listed in the documents.
And does it say that it's, that the insurance is valid for 120 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then payment by, February 22nd, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll grant the deferred with those terms. I need signatures today. You're in Pflugerville. If I email it to you, can you email it back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and with your legal signature, right? Okay, so we will email that to you. Again, I have the card. The card shows November 26th through May 26th. So that is the right amount of time. We just need to make sure that you're an included driver, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll email that to you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, you're good to go.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Ms. Ortega, goodbye. And Ms. Rice, Eusebio Ortega is next. And Mr. Ortega, sending you that request to join that meeting. Just make sure you're coming back here before that's completed. I mean, before you leave. And then I'm moving forward with Yahira Diaz. And good morning, Ms. Diaz. How are you this morning?
Good. What about you?
Yes, thank you for asking. I'm fine. I did receive a request for teen court, and there were 3 cases. So let me re-review those with you. There is an expired registration charge, there is a no insurance charge, and there is a no driver's license charge. The insurance charge has fines and costs of $281. The registration has fines and costs of $151. The no DL has fines and costs of $181. And so you have pleaded no contest or guilty to each of those charges. Is that correct?
I actually did plead guilty for all of them.
Yes. Yeah, I got that. That's what I was confirming. And that's what you understand that you're doing today?
Yes.
Okay. And you've requested teen court on all 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. And where is your parent?
Right here. Give me a second. She's coming. She just had to go get something. Sorry about that.
Okay, I can wait a minute and then I can just come back to you when she's there.
Right here.
Okay, hi. Hello. Hi,
Hello.
What's your name, please?
Carla Peña.
First name?
Carla.
Carla, okay. And you're the mother to Yahira Diaz?
Yes.
Okay. And so with teen court, there are three $20 fees. Can we get those paid today? That's $60 in cash.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is Teen Court gonna do for me?
Well, so you're gonna have to do some things to gain a dismissal. It saves your family. See, this is $613 in tickets.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're gonna watch the language. I don't know who said what, but anyway, teen court allows a dismissal to happen, but there are gonna be things you have to do. And because you're not able to get a license because you were 14, we're gonna have to do probably some classes.
Yes, ma'am.
So I just wanna go over that with you. And
do you think I can ask my mother?
see, when your sister logs in like that and y'all are in the same room, it creates an echo unless she's muted. What were you saying?
Do you think I can ask my mom real quick if we can go ahead and go pay the $60 today? She doesn't really understand English.
Yeah, okay, ask her. Yes, of course.
Que me cobran $20 por caso, y si puedo pagar 60 horas, ¿me los presta?
No tengo.
We don't have the money today, but oh wait, yes, we can. We actually can do that.
Okay, how would that work? Who's paying for that?
My mom.
And she said no, and then you said yes. Yeah. So tell me what's going on.
We're gonna go change a check that we have.
Okay, and forgive me, I'm gonna pry a little bit. What's the check for?
Oh, the check is for a work I did.
Okay, where are you working?
Oh, I'm not working. It was just a little job I did for one of my aunts, and she made a check.
Okay. All right. And okay. And then there's going to be a class that you have to take, and you're going to have to pay for that class. I'm just going to do one class for all three.
Class for, if I may ask?
Sorry?
What is the class for, if I may ask?
Okay. The class is going to be what you do for teen court. It's for teen court, and it's for the 3 tickets. And the class will be a life skills class. And I'm just going to talk to the clerk for a minute and find out how many hours I need to order. Hold on just a moment. How many options? What are my options? I'm sorry, for hours. There's going to be that class that you pay for. And then there's an essay, which you will not have to pay any money for, but you will have to do it. Okay? And I want you to do the essay after the class, after you do the class.
Like a writing?
The writing assignment, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yahira, what were you doing out driving a car at age 14?
So my mother was sick. She had an emergency and she got sick. So then she had an emergency surgery. So there was nobody else that could drive. So then I took it upon myself to go get some food for me and my siblings. And I know it was wrong. So.
Okay. Do you know that if you had an accident, did you have an accident?
No, that car was already wrecked before I drove it.
No, but I'm not talking about you just running into something. What if you hit somebody else or someone hit you?
I would have gotten in trouble.
Bigger trouble. Also, there's a hold that gets placed on your license until you pay for damages. So if that damage is $1,000 or $10,000, I saw someone once who had a $2 million judgment against them because they created an accident and they were driving illegally and they were 16 years old. And she's not going to get her license until she pays $2 million.
Yes, ma'am.
And accidents happen more frequently with unlicensed drivers than any other group. Accidents happen in persons 25 and under more than any other group. You're in like the super group for creating a problem that is too big for your family to pay to get you out of.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I need your attention because you're also in the top group for death and dismemberment on the roadway. Texas kills more young people on the road than any other state, and you're in the #1 group.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I just need you to really understand you cannot do this again. Okay?
Yes.
Where are my class options?
I have a question.
Okay. We're going to do 20. 10 will count. Let's go in order. Okay. Yes, your question.
Do you want me to go pay today the $60 or?
Yes.
And am I receive like a packet or?
Yes, your packet, it will be here. Okay. And when you come up today, you'll sign everything, pay those fees. There'll be directions for how to find your class, directions for what to do to generate your essay, and my guidelines for that. And your due dates are going to be, there's one due date. Everything is due on March 22nd.
Yes, ma'am.
And you'll sign saying you know all of what's due. If you're more comfortable doing your class in Spanish, I think there's a provider that can do that. If English is your preferred language, that's fine too. I think you have some options there. When you come to the front, you'll read through your packet, you'll sign for it. That's also where you go to turn everything in, okay?
Okay.
Your mother needs to drive you, or a licensed person, but your mother is going to need to sign your documents today. When can y'all come this morning?
Let me go ahead and ask her.
Yes.
Yes, we can go.
Okay, we'll look for you this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to let you go, but your sister can stay on for her time, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Ashley, we'll be with you shortly. You're actually meeting with the prosecutor, so she has you up next when she comes back in. I'm now moving to Mario Mendoza. Mr. Mendoza, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you?
Doing great.
Good. Okay. So let's see. So this is a possession or use of or selling fireworks. January 1st, 2022. The costs and fines are $481. To that charge, you have entered a plea of no contest, and you've requested all kinds of things, including things that can't be done together. But you did request notably a deferred. I will grant the deferred. I did review your income. I think it's appropriate for me to order community service in your case, and I'll grant the deferral. It's going to be, just standard conditions of no reoffense, no warrants, don't move without telling us. And
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
going to be until May 19th. And your payment will be through community service.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And that'll be 24 hours of community service due March 22nd. You can do it at any nonprofit. I have a list of places. They're over here on this side of the county. You're on the other side of the county. You can do it over there, but it must be a nonprofit. It can't be where you're getting compensated or paid. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But otherwise, as long as it is a nonprofit, I can approve it. If you have any questions about that, you can call Ms. Gonzalez. She is the coordinator, and she can walk you through the, what to do. I will give you a packet for community service. And here's my next question. Are you coming over to get it today, or are we emailing it? You're signing it and you're emailing it back to us?
I can come by this morning, ma'am.
Okay, that's easier because the community service packet is a little bit longer. And sometimes people miss out on a piece of it because, I don't know what happens, but I couldn't tell you. But easier if you'll come by and sign for it and get everything. Just make sure you don't have any further questions. If you do, ask a clerk. If they can't answer your question, they can always send me a question or put you back in a meeting with me if we need to do that, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have any questions right now?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then you're good to go.
Thank you. Have a
We'll see
great day,
you
ma'am.
shortly. You too, sir. Thank you for that. Okay, and moving right along, I have Leticia Dunbar. Morning, Miss Dunbar.
Morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing fine. We have previously entered judgments. I think circumstances have changed, and right now you do not have a way to make payment.
Yes,
I can
ma'am.
order, and you have requested, and I can order community service. Just let me calculate the amount.
Okay.
That turns into 58 hours of community service. I'm going to start with 60 days to complete it. That's because at that point, I at least want to check in and see, like, where are you going? Is it a good fit? Have you found a place? Do we need to help you figure that out? There's just a lot. So even though I think it might take you longer, I'm still going to give you that deadline. I need you to turn in what you've got at that point so that I can see if it's working. And also it'll give me an idea of what you can do in 60 days. I know we're COVID's kind of peaking right now, so I don't expect everybody to get it all done by that. I just want to signal the expectation I have is that if it's not all done, then you're asking for an extension, turning in what you've got, letting me know about how much time you think you might need. And I'll work with you, okay? Now, you're over in Killeen, I think, Ms. Dunbar, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I can email everything to you if you can print and sign and return your legal signature to us today, or you can come in and pick it up. Which way are we what's gonna work best for you?
I can come pick it up.
Okay, when should we look for you?
I can come after this.
Okay, no rush. Just make your way safely, and we should have everything ready soon. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And moving forward, John Smith. Mr. Smith, good morning. How are you, sir? If you can unmute, that would be most helpful. Appreciate it. Let me send you a mute request, unmute request. Sometimes that helps. There you go. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yes, sir. So right now I received what you submitted, which was a no contest plea to the insurance charge. My first question for you though is, were you insured on December 18th?
Actually, I wasn't. I thought I was, but I wasn't.
Okay. And how quickly did you become insured?
I'm insured now. Hold on, my granddaughter just came in my room and just I'm insured now, but I didn't get insured until it was like the week later. My girlfriend, I thought she had paid it for me, but she didn't. But she said she had forgot about it, so that's what it was.
Okay. I can order community service.
Yes, ma'am. But can I ask you something?
Yes.
If I was to get a little extension on when I could pay this, I'm trying to. Right now, I'm off from work because I have out of that 8 strokes and 3 massive heart attacks, and they won't let me work right now. and I'm just, you know, just in it, and I'm just trying to see if I get an extension just to pay this. I want to pay this and go and get it out the way. I've
Okay.
never been in a predicament. I've been working for 27 years, and they done shut me down, and I end up losing my house, my truck, everything.
Okay, that's a lot of hardship.
Yeah.
Mr. Smith, let me give you some options, okay? I can do a deferred disposition if you want to keep the item off your record. You're on time, you're a good candidate for it. You've got insurance, which is my number one requirement. You could, I could get your signature and a copy of that policy today if you're able to do that.
Okay.
I can order community service, and then if you can get me a doctor's note or something showing you can't work, I can waive the fine and the community service.
Okay. Okay.
So let's do an order like that, okay? And can I get your insurance today?
Yes, you should be able to get it today. Yes.
Okay, insurance today, community service right now, 14 hours due March 22nd, subject to a doctor's note, okay?
No, they ain't saying I couldn't do community service. They were saying I can't, you know, go out and work.
That's the same thing, sir.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess so.
It's the same thing. So yeah, that's what I would need. It's just, if you already have that, bring it with you. Can you come in? Can you come in today and sign everything and bring me all those documents?
Yes, I can try to. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then if I get the ability from what you give me, the ability to waive those hours, then and I get your insurance, you know, then all you have to do is not get any more tickets.
Trust me, I ain't getting no more tickets.
Right.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't have got that one. I wouldn't have got that one if the guy hadn't ran into the side of my truck.
Right. So you're coming in what time?
What time is it? It's 10 something. I should be there by 1 something.
Okay. We will see you then. Okay.
Yes.
We'll have everything at the front desk for you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. And Ms. Rice, you were talking to Mr. Ortega. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And we had both cases looking at today. Have you been able to reach a conclusion, or are we moving to trial?
We reached a resolution, Your Honor. State's requesting to do deferral for the, I'm sorry, that's not correct. State's requesting to reinstate the driver's safety course dismissal for Mr. Ortega. He says he can make payment today. He also said he has his driver's license insurance card already on file with the court. And then for his registration charge, state's requesting dismiss, and I will send a dismissal after court today.
Okay, and let me just check the file and make sure that we have license and insurance on the file. This is taking our system just a minute to pull that together. And Mr. Ortega, while we're pulling that up, you can pay the 144 today
Yes.
and do your paperwork today?
The paperwork, Texas dismissal class.
No, not the class. We have to sign you up to be in the program. Then you have 90 days to get the class and the driving record back to us.
Okay, yes.
Okay, I see your license on file, so that's good. Let me check off that. And then your insurance. We don't have the insurance on file, so can you email that in to us?
I could bring it by since I'm going down there to pay for it.
Okay, all right, great. So come on by. We'll have everything at the front desk to get you signed up, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, I'll approve that option.
All right.
Any further questions?
No.
What time should we look for you?
I guess an hour from now.
Perfect.
1 hour.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, and then I think Ms. Rice, but let me just you have Ashley Diaz. And she is waiting, she's ready, and I don't know her age, but her mother's available if she's underage. I didn't look.
She's 16.
16. Her mother is there, but does not speak English. I am not a fluent Spanish speaker, but I do actually understand the Spanish. So far, her sister and I had a case, Yahira, and the communication was good. I mean, they were telling her everything. So I don't know if we need to bring her in, we can to the final pretrial and get a translation, or I know sometimes y'all do it by phone there. So just let me know what your needs might be there, but I'm going to go ahead and Ashley, I'm sending you an invitation to that meeting. Just remember you're coming back in here when you're done. She's there. Okay. And now moving on, Mr. Young, how are you today?
Hello.
Hi. How are you
doing?
today?
I'm good.
Good. So I received your no contest plea on the speeding charge. And then on the driving while license invalid, also a no contest plea. And then on the driver's license charge, also a no contest plea. And then I just kind of got a general request for community service. You're working at Tri Supply, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you the only income to your home?
Yes, I'm the only income.
Okay. And let me just review real quickly because I'm not sure that it's going to work to do the community service. And I think the clerk went weekly instead of bi-weekly. But if you're paid every 2 weeks, it's 26. Bi-weekly is 26. Bi-monthly. Bi-weekly is 26. Weekly is 52. Sorry. So if you go 1180 times 26 divided by 12, it's 250, 2556. And then there's food stamps, 478. Your stepchildren, are they living with you full time?
Yes, they're living with me full time.
And your own children, are they living with you full time?
Yes.
And does the other parent pay child support?
No.
Are they ordered to?
No.
Sorry?
Yes, I'm here.
I'm sorry, a clerk was talking to me.
Oh.
I apologize. I know you can't tell by looking what I'm doing sometimes. Okay, I can order community service.
Okay.
And let me ask you a question. Your license, what's going on with that?
So there was a ticket I didn't know about from 2014 that was on the
Where was
record.
that?
I have no idea. I have to go to the DMV and see where that was at. The officer told me.
Have you been online and looked it up?
No, I don't know how to look it up.
You go to Texas Department of Public Safety
Okay.
and you look at what's called the failure to appear website.
Okay. Like, I just had to renew my license. Like I have my license. It just
Yeah, you can renew it, but if you have an old ticket and you don't take care of that ticket in time, you
yeah,
can wind up with another suspension because you're getting a conviction, several of them, and you have tickets. So you're going to need to. I'm going to give you a packet. It's going to be at the front desk.
okay.
And it's actually a packet for how to get an occupational license, which I am not sure, but I think you might need. Okay. If you don't need it, it's still going to help you figure out what's wrong with your license. If
Okay.
you do need it, then you are going to have it. So I call it my super packet. Okay.
Okay.
Because it would be super if you were able to drive lawfully again. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm trying to do. I was just trying to figure where all of this is coming from because I didn't know it's back from 2014.
Right. So when you let a ticket go that way, it haunts you. Randall Williams. That's not on our docket even. He has been there not answering on hold. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is let you know that everything is going to be at the front desk for you. That packet is too big to email to you. When can you be here?
What time do you guys close? Because I get off at work around 3:34.
Come right over, because we'd like to get you here by 4.
Before 4. All right. If anything, I'll try and leave by 11:30 at my lunch.
Yeah, you'll only be here 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. You'll pick up your community service packet. Make sure you don't have any questions. Pick up your packet about how to get your license. It's a walkthrough.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.
You too. What is Mr. Williams? Mr. Williams, when you get a chance, can you unmute?
Yes.
Hi, just give me a moment. I'm trying to see what your case is about, okay?
Okay, it's a battery charge or whatever. Anyway, I didn't hit it. That's why I put not guilty because it was my brother.
You have to, ma'am or sir, I don't know who I'm dealing with, but I can't see you. It's just an audio. I'm trying to pull that case. Right. I'm trying to see what this is about because I don't know. I don't have you listed as someone I'm supposed to talk to today. Can you give me your date?
I called earlier.
I understand. Could you, just for a second, could you give me your date of birth?
12/10/1955.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find your case. Rundown. All right, this is an assault by contact charge. And it is, just let me get it pulled up. It's dating from October 20th. And were you arrested?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a moment. Let me get that pulled. Hold on. You're just going to have to wait because I'm trying to take the steps to protect your rights. Okay. You've pleaded not guilty. Yeah. You've pleaded not guilty. And I'm moving that case forward. And it looks like, okay, it looks like we were going to warrant, and a warrant got generated, and you filled in our forms and signed them. Thank you. Excuse me, my mouth is really drying. Just give me a minute. And it's not scheduled, right? Okay. And it was placed on today's docket, but we didn't know because it got put on at the last minute. It was put onto the pretrial docket. So Ms. Rice, Amanda Rice, is our prosecutor, and she's here. She can visit with you for a few minutes, and then we'll have to, does it have a final? We'll have to probably come back together for an in-court moment or two in a few weeks, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna move you to another room. You're on a phone, so you're gonna get some instructions. Hang on just a moment. I've got to talk to Ms. Rice. She's here on the call with us too. And I'm gonna ask her to unmute, and I need to talk to her about another person's case first. And she and Ms. Diaz are in here. Ms. Diaz, Ms. Rice, are we heading to resolution or are we moving to trial?
I think we may be moving to trial, Your Honor. Ms. Diaz has requested to see discovery, and so I think, of course, permission, we set it for February 9th, which I think is her final pretrial date.
Okay, Ms. Diaz, we'll see you February 9th here in the courtroom.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Ms. Rice, Ms. Williams, Rondell, RHOMD. Yes, hi, just one moment. Rondell Williams is on the, yes, Rondell Williams, Ms. Rice is on the phone. And it's a family violence charge. She was arrested. She has pleaded not guilty. That's all that I can know at this point. I almost think with the technology, she's struggling with it. She's been on the call all morning, but I wasn't able to communicate with her because she couldn't get unmuted. I think the answer is for me to step out and y'all talk in this room, and Ms. LaBoy will come get me when y'all are ready, okay?
Okay. I'm sorry, Your Honor, what was her name?
Rondell Williams.
Okay.
And it is scheduled today. She has a warrant, but it did not make it onto your or my docket.
Okay.
Okay, so I know there's a limit, so we're probably looking at her coming in to sign for a reset, but I'm gonna step out and let y'all visit. Ms. Williams?
Yes.
What's happening is that you have entered a plea of not guilty. So the first stop, if you will, is a conversation with the prosecutor, and she's here. So that's good. I'm not supposed to be part of that conversation. So I'm actually going to step out of the room so that you're not figuring out the technology of getting into that other room. And I suspect that we're going to come back onto this call again in a few weeks or come into the courtroom. I'm open to either one, Ms. Rice. But I'm going to step away now. And I'm going to step away so y'all can visit without me hearing you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think she's gone. Ms. Williams, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Amanda Rice. I'm an assistant city attorney at the city of Temple. I'm also the interim prosecutor for the city. Like the judge said, I don't have you on my docket, so I actually don't even know how to spell your name. Can you spell your first name for me?
RHONDEL.
BEL? Okay. Is Williams spelled with two L's?
Yes, and an S.
And an S, okay. Give me a second. I have to pull you up in our police database. I'm not familiar with your case at all. It looks like, sorry. It looks like this case was reviewed by our former prosecutor. She left the city for another position. So she reviewed the case.
I have to admit, I went to the hospital after that.
Oh, you did? Okay. Can you just give me
Yeah.
one while I read your incident report so I can be on the same page?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so it looks like you're accused of hitting your brother over an argument about a fly. At least that's what the report said.
Over what?
It looks like from the incident report, your brother reported that he didn't kill a fly quick enough, and you hit him in his arm. Does it ring a bell for you?
Oh, that is a pretty lie.
Okay.
I did not hit him at all.
Okay.
We were having an argument about him living in my house. He was not on the lease. I asked him to leave. So he called the police and said that I hit him to get me out of my house. He took my MasterCard, used over $2,000 of my money out of the bank. And when I got out of the hospital, some 2 months later, I asked him to leave and he left then. He used my money. He used every penny except paid my rent. And he started that lie saying that I hit him. I did not hit him.
Okay. Did you report?
I just wanted him to leave my house.
Okay. Did you report the theft of the money to the police?
No.
Okay, I would suggest doing that. If someone steals your money, you should file a police report. Okay, so I haven't spoken to your brother, but I will say that the police report does say that when the officer asked you what happened, you stated to the police officer that you beat the hell out of him, referring to your brother. That's a direct quote from the police
I beat
report.
the hell out of him.
That's what the police officer reported that you said to the officer.
I don't remember nothing like that either. I was sick.
I think that you may have been having some kind of psychiatric episode when this occurred, so that maybe you remember. Right. Are you currently taking medication and seeing a doctor for your health issue?
Yes.
Okay. Where is your brother now? Is he currently living with you?
No, he lives in Taylor.
Okay. Was he living with you at the time?
Yes, he was living here in my house at the time.
Okay. Do you have a good contact number for your brother?
Yes.
All right. Can you give it to me?
737-216-2608.
Okay. 737-216-2608. Okay. All right. So I think at this point, what we'll probably do is we'll just keep you on your final pretrial docket. It looks to me like an incident did occur. I need to talk to your brother though, and see where he's at and what he remembers about the incident. So whenever the your pretrial date comes up, you'll have to come to court, and I'll be there too. And we'll have a discussion over what I learned, and then we can decide. Well, you will decide where you want to take your case at that point. Does that make sense? Okay, great. Sorry, Miss LaVoy, when is her pretrial date?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look it up for you. I figured you probably would know off the top of your head. Most people don't. Sorry, you have a very common last name, so it takes a while to pull your name in our system.
Beg your pardon?
I'm trying to pull up your case in our system, and it takes a while because you have a very common last name.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Can I say something?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Those days that he used my card, I was in the hospital, so I know that's where my money went.
Okay.
And when I got home, I didn't have nothing left in the bank out of $2,200 and some dollars being deposited. He only paid my rent. He spent the rest of my check for November.
Well, like I said, you should report that to the police. If you haven't already, you should report the theft to the police because that is a crime to steal.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to see when you're, I don't know. We'll just have to ask the court to look because I can't find the letter. Ms. LaVoy, could you please go get the judge and then we can go forth our case? Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. February 9th, you have final tree trial at 3 p.m. Awesome. Thank you. Can you go get the judge? I've never used the chat function before.
Beg your pardon?
I was speaking to Ms. LaVoy, our court coordinator. You have a final pretrial date set in person on, well, you don't have it, but you can be set for February 9th at 3 p.m. Is that something you can make? It's a Wednesday. Ms. Williams, did you hear me?
Big boy?
No, you didn't.
No.
Okay. February 9th at 3 p.m. is the next resetting date. Can you make that date to come in and talk to me in person?
Sure. Here in Temple?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Great. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. LaVoy.
So, Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Hi, this is Judge Person. I'm back in the room.
Okay.
Okay, and so what we would like to do is have you come in to the court in Temple on February 9th at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So we're going to mail a letter to you about that, but put it on your calendar now.
Okay.
Okay? Okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll see you here on February 9th at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna hang up now, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any questions for you today?
I don't have any questions. I am gonna send in a dismissal for the Taylor Wade case that's set for tomorrow.
Okay.
And what else was I gonna say? And I think that you had a question regarding the
You
office.
answered.
I let Melissa know.
Yeah, you answered. It was important, especially on Pilkington, because we've had 2 prior resets.
Oh,
But
okay.
because it's from COVID, I can grant the extension.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I doubt he would want that person to come in.
Well, I don't think he'd even be allowed to come.
He's not allowed. So
Yeah.
there's nothing you could do about it. If it was going to be something where an officer didn't tell you till too late, then I was probably going to deny it because there've been multiple resets. Mr. Hoekstrana Bonema, we're going to call him. He's from very far out of town. So you emailed him though, right?
I did email him, yes. I didn't get anything back from him. I did get an email back from Mr. Pilkington who asked me whether or not he needed to reply or send in a grill and I just told him he needed to contact the court.
Okay, we'll contact him. Thank you very much for that added information. It helps me just communicate with people so they're not upset or less upset.
Yeah, I didn't want to make anyone sick and yeah.
But we can't.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's
Thank
all
you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.